Hey YouTube, it's WL Homeschool, and I wanted to bring you this video about something I'm extremely excited about, and that is that I have found a dictionary that I think will work for my family. Um, my son just completed the first grade, and going into the second grade, I really want him to begin using a dictionary as a resource or to reference. He asks lots of questions, and I think it's about time that he starts looking up some of this information for himself. Also, I want to make sure that we're not using Google as a primary resource for information. So I want to definitely get him started with using books and hard copy items as references and resources. So over this summer, I taught him how to alphabetize, and he's actually picked it up really well. Of course, he's still slow because he's still going through the ABCs, which actually I still do that sometimes too. So, but I think working with a dictionary is going to help speed that up a little bit. And I mean, it's not a race, so he'll learn it over time. The dictionary that I purchased today is the Scholastic Children's Dictionary. And in a moment, I'll tell you why I chose this dictionary. But I want to first show you two dictionaries that we already had in the house that I am not, one I'm really not happy with. The other we'll probably end up using as a backup just to see maybe how different words are defined differently. The first dictionary that we have is this Webster's Large Print Dictionary. And I purchased this at Dollar Tree because, of course, it was $1. And I thought, oh, this would be great to start them off with. Well, the first thing I noticed when I opened it, I just don't like the way things are arranged in the book. That's number one. But the main thing is that, this past week we've been studying continents and oceans. And when I looked in this dictionary to find vocabulary or definitions for some of the words we were talking about, I couldn't find any. So let's see, equator was not in there. None of the continents were in there. I mean, it was pretty much useless. So it says homeschool and office. So I would think that if school is involved, that you would have some kind of science stuff in there. But so I didn't want to use that because there's way too many words missing. Then we have this Junior Dictionary and Thesaurus, which he received as a gift from his aunt. What I like about it is that the print is pretty large. So that's one good thing. And it gives examples. What I don't really like about it is very cartoonish. There aren't any like real pictures in it. And I know he's only 7 and going to the second grade, but it just seems a bit too cartoonish. And there are also words missing in here that we needed for our study that we did this past week. One thing I think we will do with this, though, is we'll keep it around because some of the definitions are very simple. So we can, when we're looking up words, we can look them up in both dictionaries just to make sure he's understanding what the word means fully. Now, for the reasons I love this dictionary is because even though the outside of the dictionary is heavily illustrated, well, not illustrated, but there's lots and lots of pictures on the outside, and it looks kind of cluttered. The inside, it has pictures, and they're actually photographs, which I like because it's the actual item. It's not a cartoon character. I like it because the color on the page, the words that you're looking up are in color. Excuse me. The definitions are in black or bold. So for me, it makes it clear for me. Now, we haven't tested this out on him yet. But, and it also looks like a regular dictionary to me. So I like this. I also like that it's hardback, has a hard cover. So when you open it up and lay it on a desk, you can just lay it there and you don't have to try to hold the page down while you're writing what the definition is. So I could see that as a source of frustration for my son because it's frustrating for me. let's see. And another thing is that this dictionary includes most of the words that we went over during our unit study, and it has, it has a lot more words than the Dollar Tree dictionary has a lot more words than this junior dictionary and thesaurus. So I really love this book. It's heavy, but I love it. It has everything we need. And I think it's also a dictionary that even if he doesn't do really well with it right now, it's something we can grow into. So as he gets older and older, he'll be able to become acclimated to this, I believe. It's very orderly, and that's kind of how his brain works. And I think he'll like it. When I came in, it was so funny because I was like, guess what, you guys? And they were looking at me, and I said, I found a new dictionary. And, they were just like, they had these smiles glued on like, oh my gosh, here she goes again. But I will say that, they threw out some words for me to look up. So that was kind of fun. And, he looked through and he flipped through with me. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think maybe next week we'll even do a word scavenger hunt or something as part of his learning how to alphabetize. So anyway, that's my treat for the day. I will say that this was not inexpensive. It was $19.99, so it's not really all that budget friendly, but for me it was worth it. So you guys have a nice day, and thanks for listening to my joy over this dictionary. All right, thanks.